When it comes to rational expressions like this one, there are lots and lots of ways to make a mistake. I want to help you avoid some of the really common mistakes that I see. Now you've got lots of choices. We've got a subtraction, we've got a multiplication, we've got a square root, then we've got this divided by 2. When we think about order of operations, we definitely want to start by simplifying anything that's grouped first. And the most simplest grouping that I've got here is that square root symbol. So we're going to start there. I'm going to think of the square root of 12 instead as the square root of 4 times 3. I picked 4 specifically because it has a square root. So I can simplify that even further as the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. And the square root of 4 is 2. So we've got instead 2 radical 3. Let's put this 2 radical 3 back up into our original expression, replacing that 12. Okay, so now we've got a 6 minus a 3 times 2, radical 3, all divided by a 2. I really want to multiply the 3 and the 2 together next, and we get 6 minus 6, radical 3 divided by 2. Now what? What would you do next? Several different ways that you could go. One thing that you might be considering is the 6 minus the 6. This is such a common error that I see students making, but if you can reframe what that numerator means, you're not going to make this mistake anymore. This literally means 6 minus 6 of these radical 3's. Literally, I'm subtracting 6 of the radical 3's. So I really can't do 6 minus 6 and get 0 radical 3. Instead, I've got to go another way. So back to the drawing board, I can't subtract the 6's, and I don't have any other grouping symbols that can be simplified in the numerator, which leaves me with the divided by 2. You may be tempted to cancel that first 6 and the 2. However, there's another grouping symbol in this expression, and that is our fraction bar. It is grouping that numerator separate from the denominator. So this expression is really saying to take the entire numerator and divide it by 2. So that means that I've got to do the 6 divided by 2 out in front, as well as the negative 6 radical 3 divided by 2. I'm going to take that and separate the fraction so that I've got 2 fractions, both with a 2 in the denominator. This gives me 6 over 2 minus 6 radical 3 over 2. Now you can cancel by 2. I'm going to cancel that first 6. 6 divided by 2 gives me a 3. And I can cancel the second 2. So the second 6 divided by 2 gives me another 3, and we've got our answer. I'd love to know what mistakes you were able to catch. Let me know down in those comments, as well as anything else you would like me to cover in these videos. I've got you.